Hello, I'm Ben Mackey.
And I'm Ben Mackey,
bringing you a World of Warcraft miniatures battle report.
Today we have a special match for you in the Wastes of Outland. This is a Wizard's Duel for 10 points. On one side we have the Alliance Mage Ruby Gemsparkle and her Crashing Wave Spirit versus the Horde Warlock Daxon Firesworn and his Demon Minion Grimdrawn.
Oh boy, Ben, I can't wait to see how this'll pan out.
Same here, Ben. Same here.
Alright, it looks like Ruby has come to this battle prepared with an X-52 rocket helmet.
Gotta love that gnomish technology.
And it also looks like she's coming in hot with a Fire Blast ability and an Arcane Flux.
Should be interesting to see how she'll use that Arcane Flux to boost her companion's attack rolls.
And speaking of which, the Crashing Wave Spirit is entering this battle with a balanced defense and offense with an Ice Barrier and a Death Blow.
That Ice Barrier will allow him to prevent 2 damage automatically from an enemy attack, while the Death Blow ability will instantly kill any enemy with 1 health remaining.
Ouch, let's hope he gets good use out of that.
Should at least be interesting to see.
And Daxon Firesworn is also coming in with dirty tricks of his own.
Looks like he's got an Incinerate ability and a Fog of War.
If he plays that Fog of War ability at the right moment, it could mean life or death for his weak minion, since he only has 4 health points.
Ah yes, Grimdrawn with his Flame Wave and Avoidance. Interesting choices, since it looks like the other warband doesn't have any area of effect spells to speak of.
You never know, Ben. You never know. Alright, let's take a look at the battlefield.
Today's match will take place on the hot, dry Wastes of Outland. There are no objectives out on the field since this is a small game, so each warband needs to score 3 kills to win.
Alright, let's look at the initiative roll, and it looks like Ruby is going first. The clock has been set to tick 1, and each combatant moves up 2 spaces.
Since the maximum movement speed is 2 movement, neither side is within range of any attacks this turn.
The clock is now set to tick 2, and each side moves up again, bringing us to tick 3.
Again, nobody is really within range to attack. However, Grimdrawn did move within Crashing Wave Spirit's attack range.
Oh no, let's just hope he didn't make a big mistake. Tick 3 and the Crashing Wave Spirit is looking to use Water Bolt against this unsuspecting minion.
With an attack of 5, he could do a lot of damage to Grimdrawn. And if he scores a critical hit, he could be pushing Grimdrawn back 1 space.
Let's go to the attack roll, and looks like the Crashing Wave Spirit has scored 2 hits and a crit. Let's hope Grimdrawn's resistance of 2 is enough to block that. Grimdrawn rolls and he scores a 1 when he needed a 2 in order to successfully block.
Grimdrawn's health now goes down from a 4 to a 3 and is pushed back 1 space. That's gotta hurt.
Not nearly as much as Grimdrawn's counterattack will hurt the Crashing Wave Spirit. Grimdrawn uses a Firebolt and scores 2 hits and a critical, raising his total damage from 2 to 3. If the Crashing Wave Spirit rolls on his 1 resistance die, he might be able to reduce the damage dealt by 1. He rolls and fails to resist anything, taking 3 damage.
That elemental's health is now down halfway. He'll need to be careful or he'll end up the first kill of the match.
Or not, since Ruby Gemsparkle's just moved up and is casting Arcane Blast, which will do up to 6 damage plus 1 if she crits. Ruby rolls 4 and Grimdrawn only blocks 1 of them, taking enough damage to kill him.
Oh boy, since Grimdrawn already activated this turn, it'll be quite a while before he respawns in the graveyard.
The Alliance gets 4 victory points. What will Daxon do? He'll need to hold out as long as he can before his minion respawns. Looks like Daxon will cast Incinerate on the Crashing Wave Spirit.
This is a smart move since it costs 1 less tick to activate, and if he crits, he can use it again.
Daxon rolls his attack and scores 3 hits and a crit. The Elemental rolls defense and is able to block 1 of the hits, taking 2.
The Crashing Wave Spirit was barely able to survive that attack, but will need to be careful in the future with that last health point.
Looks like Daxon's the one who really needed that Death Blow ability.
It is tick 5 already, since nobody was able to activate tick 4, and we go to Daxon, who is the only one to activate this turn.
Incinerate was definitely a smart move, allowing him to activate well before his opponents.
Looks like Daxon's at it again with Incinerate. He's hoping to finish off that Crashing Wave Spirit, but it looks like the Crashing Wave Spirit is going to use Ice Barrier to hopefully reduce all damage dealt this tick.
Daxon rolls his attack and scores 4 hits. No crits unfortunately, but just enough to break through both the ice barrier and the Crashing Wave Spirit's resistance roll. Looks like the Crashing Wave Spirit is taking a crash course of his own. And with 4 victory points for the Horde, the 2 spellcasters now face each other in one-on-one combat. Tick 6 and Ruby moves in to attack Daxon with an Arcane Blast and rolls 5 hits. Daxon can only roll 3 dice for resistance and will automatically take 2 even if he's successful on his rolls. Daxon rolls only 2 resists and takes 3 damage. Next, Ruby decides to press her luck and uses a Fire Blast, scoring 3 hits, but Daxon saves 2. His health is now down to 5 instead of 4 since Grimdron's Blood Pact does give Daxon +1 to his health. Tick 7 and Grimdron is back onto the battlefield, moving up by 2. Next, Daxon uses his Drain Life on Ruby, hoping to remove any of the wounds she gave him last tick. Daxon rolls 4 hits and no crit, so he doesn't gain any life this turn. Ruby can only roll 3 dice to resist, and she only saves 2, taking 2 damage. This is the first time Ruby has taken damage this game, but she'll need to be careful or she'll lose her remaining 3 health points before her Crashing Wave Spirit respawns. Alright, it is now tick 8. Grimdron lunges forward and casts Firebolt on Ruby Gemsparkle, rolling 2 hits and critting while Ruby saves 1. Tick 9 and her Crashing Wave Spirit is back and rushing to her aid. Ruby casts an Arcane Blast on Grimdron, rolling 3 hits while Grimdron saves 1. So close, Ben! With an attack like that, she was fully capable of destroying Grimdron in one attack, or at the very least bring it down to 1 health point so the Crashing Wave Spirit could use its death blow. Tick 10 and Grimdron uses yet another Firebolt on Ruby, but Ruby successfully blocks all damage. The Crashing Wave Spirit moves forward again, but is not within enough range to be of any use, and Daxon critting on the Drain Life, killing Ruby Gemsparkle and healing him by 2 points. Things are looking bad for the Alliance as the Horde is now in the lead by 4 victory points. Not to mention, the Crashing Wave Spirit is now surrounded without its master. All abilities have been recharged and we are back to tick 1. The Wave Spirit moves towards Grimdron and casts a Water Bolt and does enough damage to finish what Ruby started. Wow, 1 turn since the Horde jumped ahead and the Alliance has already tied things up. The clock advances to tick 3 and Daxon uses Incinerate on the Crashing Wave Spirit and rolls 3 damage. But wait, he's on higher ground so he gets to re-roll his miss, and he scores another hit. The Crashing Wave Spirit only rolls 1 for his resistance and is now down to half its health already. The Alliance needs to pull off a miracle fast or the Horde could win this one right away. Tick 4 and Ruby is back, but so is Grimdron. The Wave Spirit and Daxon face off as the Wave Spirit casts Firebolt and does 2 damage plus crit, so Daxon is pushed back by 1. Tick 5 and the parties regroup. Daxon casts Drain Life on Ruby and rolls 3 hits, then re-rolls for 4. Ruby saves 2 and only takes 2 damage. Tick 6 and Ruby counterattacks with an Arcane Blast, rolling 5 hits, and Daxon only saves 2. Ruby going for the Fire Blast again, but Daxon is successfully able to block all damage. Tick 7 and the Wave Spirit going for Daxon as well, scoring 5 hits with a Water Bolt, just enough to finally bring down Daxon, and the Alliance wins 12-8. Wow, I thought the Alliance was going to try to win by killing Grimdron. But I guess it goes to show that everybody hates the guy with the cheap life gains. Not as much as they used to, Ben, now that they nerfed paladins. So true, Ben. So true. And if you would like to see more World of Warcraft battle reports in the future, hit the like button. And as always, stay classy, and Blizzard, please resurrect this game. See ya next time.